Good evening, everybody. No? Let us continue our discussion. Actually, mga two concepts or two subtopics na lang ang nabili no, nga i-discuss nato for Foundation of Inclusive Education. And after that, again, we will be having a 30 item na quiz, no, na assessment, uh, mga previous board exam questions sa Foundation of Inclusive Education. So this was the last slide last time, no? Now proceed tayo sa pag-differentiate. Again, proceed tayo sa pag-differentiate sa mainstreaming and inclusion. Ano yung pagkakaiba ng mainstreaming at saka inclusion? Because pag pinag-uusapan natin yung inclusive education, itong dalawa na terms talaga no, palaging ginagamit, mainstreaming and inclusion. When we say mainstreaming, ibig sabihin yung student, no? Ibig sabihin again, yung student na mini-mainstream or nilalagay sa regular classroom would have the same standards as other students. Ibig sabihin, pag mainstreaming, mayroon kang student with special needs or student with special abilities. Tapos, nilagay mo siya sa regular classroom, tapos the same yung kanyang standard nga kailangan i-met, the same yung mga competency na dapat niya ma-uphold or ma-possess, that is mainstreaming. Again, mainstreaming ibig sabihin, si student, gilagay sa regular classroom and he is or she is expected na ma-meet yung the same standard with other students. Again, mainstreaming, a student with special needs or a student with disability, nilagay sa regular classroom tapos same yung academic standard na kailangan niya ma-meet, that is mainstreaming. Pag inclusion naman, on the other hand, hindi siya kailangan makamit ng the same standard. So inclusion, meaning yung student na mayroong special needs or student with disability, gilagay siya sa regular classroom. However, hindi same standard yung kaniyang imimit. That is inclusion. Again, ang dali lang siya ma-remember. Pag mainstreaming, the same academic standard. All of the students, regardless kung regular students ba siya or student with special needs. Pag inclusion, yung student with special needs, iba yung academic standard niya. Hindi the same with the academic standard ng mga regular students. That is inclusion. Kuha natin mainstreaming versus inclusion. Now, itong inclusive practice, this is a practice, no, that has been encouraged by both, no, the public schools and the private school, no, na dapat i-uphold ng ating mga teachers in the field. Pag sinasabi nating inclusive practice, this is a practice wherein students receive their education in the least restrictive environment. Again, pag inclusive practice, yung mga student, nakaka-receive sila ng education, they are being taught, no? The lessons are being delivered by the teacher in the least restrictive environment. Again, pag inclusive practice, students are being taught, students are being nurtured, students are being educated in the least restrictive environment. Ano itong LRE or least restrictive environment? Ang LRE or least restrictive environment means, no, it is an environment where learners, most especially those learners with special needs, those learners with disabilities, should be educated with their peers in regular classrooms as much as possible while still receiving support they need. Again, pag least restrictive environment, ibig sabihin yung mga mag-aaral, the students who has special needs, students who have difficulties, students who have disabilities, no, should be educated alongside with the regular students. And at the same time, dapat nakaka-receive pa rin sila ng support na kanilang kailangan. That is least restricted environment. Again, pag least restricted environment, yung mga students with special needs, they are being mainstream. Nilalagay sila sa regular classroom. However, no, nare-receive pa rin nila yung kanilang support na kinakailangan. In relation with their disabilities, no, in relation with their special needs. Now, proceed tayo sa different co-teaching models. Ito yung ginagamit actually ng ibang mga bansa when they teach, no, when they uphold inclusive education, most especially sa mga schools na ang focus talaga nila ay pag-provide ng special education. Again, ito yung ginagamit, most especially sa mga schools na yung binibigay nilang education is special education. I know that I wasn't able to distinguish inclusive from special education. Ito yun siya. Pag inclusive education, yung mga students with special needs, no, nilalagay sila sa regular classroom. So yung mga classmates nila are regular students. Pag special education, yung mga students doon, lahat ay mayroong special needs. Lahat ay mayroong disabilities. Again, pag inclusive education, ang students with special needs nandoon sa regular classroom with their regular peers or regular classmates. Pag special education, ang mga students lang sa ano na yon, sa school na yon, pag nag-offer sila ng special education, ay mga students with special needs or students with disability. Itong co-teaching model or models, no? Ito yung kadalasan ginagamit or ito talaga yung ginagamit ng mga school sa ibang bansa, no? Na nag-provide ng special education. First, we have one teach, one observe, one teach, one drift, parallel teaching, station teaching, alternative teaching, team teaching. Isa-isahin natin. This will be our last topic before tayo mag 30-item quiz. Pag one teach, one observe, from the name itself of the teaching model, one teach, one observe, yung isang teacher nagtuturo, yung isa namang teacher nag-o-observe. Again, one teach, one observe, yung isang teacher nagtuturo, yung isa is nag-o-observe. Again, one teach, one observe, one teach, one observe, yung isang teacher nagtuturo, yung isa nag-o-observe. Ano yung ino-obserbaran? No? What is being observed by the other teacher? Yung mga specific student behaviors para makagather siya ng data. That is one teach, one observe. Another co-teaching method, one teach, one drift. Kanina, one teach, one observe. Yung isa nagtuturo, yung isa nag-o-observe. Ang one teach, one drift, yung isa nagtuturo, yung isa nag-provide ng assistance sa mga estudyante. Again, one teach, one drift. Yung isang teacher nagtuturo, so yung nagde-discuss. Ang one drift, yung isang teacher, nagbibigay ng support sa mga learners. Kanina, one observe, nag-o-observe lang siya sa mga learners. Pag nagbibigay na ng assistant yung isang teacher, no, the teaching model becomes one teach, one drift. Another is parallel teaching. Pag parallel teaching, ibig sabihin yung class, yung entire class, divide into two equally. Tapos mayroong dalawang teachers. Tapos nag-simultaneously teach sila. Sabay sila nag-teach sa two separated groups ng the same lesson. That is parallel teaching. Ano yung ginagawa sa parallel teaching? The entire class is divided into two equal groups. Then yung dalawang teacher nagtuturo ng the same lesson simultaneously, sabay. That is parallel teaching. Next, station teaching. So, ibig sabihin, no, mayroong different station. Sa station 1, nandoon si teacher A. Station 2, nandoon si teacher B. Sa station 3, nandoon si teacher C. Sa station 4, nandoon si teacher D. For example, station 1, mathematics yung tinuturo. Station 2, sa station 1, addition. Station 2, subtraction. Station 3, multiplication. Station 4, division. Iba-iba yung teacher kada station. That is station teaching. Number 5, alternative teaching. Kanina sa parallel teaching, equally divided yung students. Two groups, tapos equally divided yung class or number of students. Hindi yung student yung divide ha, yung number of student. Sa parallel teaching, if you have 50 students, so 25 for the first group, 25 for the other group. That's parallel teaching. Pag alternative teaching, yung isa 30 students, yung isang grupo naman 20 students. That is alternative teaching. One teacher teaches a larger group, then the other one teaches a smaller group. That is alternative teaching. Lastly, we have team teaching. Ibig sabihin, sabay. Nagturo si teacher sa entire class. Team teaching, both teachers actively participate in the delivery of lesson and they provide complementary inputs, no, while monitoring student progress and facilitating groups. Team teaching, sabay nagturo si teacher. Yung dalawang teacher, that is team teaching. So those were the different co-teaching models. Now, prepare, yun na lang yung remaining topics natin for the foundation of inclusive education. Now, prepare a piece of paper, write your entire full name, then LPT, then top, no, na inyong gusto. Again, your entire name, complete name, LPT, then anong top na gusto ninyo. It's very important, no, that you manifest already that you will become top notchers and LPTs is coming May 2026 because God will never give you something that you could not carry, no, na hindi nyo kayang i-accept. The same with problems, yung mga blessings din, no, God will not give you blessings and problems na hindi nyo kaya. So kaya, no, you should be able to practice, no, embrace the fact that you will become LPTs this coming May 2026. Kasi yung March na exam, May yan siya maglabas. Sige, you're done with your papers na? Prepare na ba ang papers? I'll give you mga 30 to 45 seconds per item. Mag-timer muna ako ha. Para ma-practice kayo. And after that, we will check. Sige, 40 seconds per item. We have 25 items. 40 seconds. Okay. Mga previous board exam questions ito sa Foundation of Inclusive Education. Sige. Item number 1, I'll give you 40 seconds each item.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, pwede daw po palipat sa right nung logo po ng ng profile. Natakpan po yung choices.
Sige, apologies ha. Ibalik ko from item number 1. Wait muna. Stop sharing. Sige. Wait. Okay. Tapos. mm, Share the entire. Correct. Okay po. How about this one? Makita na siya lahat. Ayan. Makita na ba or hindi makita yung
Yes po,
options?
makita na po, sir.
Okay, balik tayo sa item number 1.